89. It's 7 o'clock and I'm slowly getting up because I'm still tired. I slept okay last night. I woke up once at like 2 o'clock in the morning, went to the bathroom and just, yeah, I was tired. So I went back to sleep. But, yeah, I want to keep sleeping, but I'm supposed to hike roughly 20 miles today. So it'll take me a little while, even though the terrain is, easier than Georgia. But I've heard that it's going to be harder than yesterday. So, anyway, I gotta get up and start packing up. I'm gonna go get my food bag from the bear pole. So that'll probably take me a while. And, yeah, get ready. So, I'll talk to you later. It is 8:30 and I am just now getting on trail. I was the second to last person to leave the campsite. But I ate breakfast at the picnic table there. Got to charge my phone in the bathroom. Brushed my teeth with running water. And just kind of took my time. So I'm not sure how long it'll take to hike 20 miles with a full pack. It'll definitely be longer than the last week of slack packing. But actually my pack is a little bit heavy, but I can really feel the difference that 2 pounds makes. Getting rid of that canister, at least right now anyway. Yeah, I can feel the difference. So it was more hassle to have to hang the bag rather than, because I've just been sleeping with my canister. In the beginning I didn't, but in the last month I did. But since they had a bear pole, I just used that. Also, I kind of wanted to try it out, so I was excited to try something new. But anyway, the plan for today is to hike 20-ish miles to a shelter, and then yeah, we'll see. If I get there early, then I'll probably go farther, but I don't think I'll get there early. I think it'll be about 4:30 or 5 probably, so I'll probably be ready to stop and make dinner. But oh, that's cool. North, south, and then the AT. Neat. I'm just walking down the road 100 feet because I want to see what this building is. It is the Dahlgren Chapel. This chapel was built around 1881 by Madeline Benton Dahlgren, widow of Admiral John A. Dahlgren, inventor of the Dahlgren gun, the armament used by the USS Monitor against the CSS Virginia, formerly the steam frigate USS Merrimack. So the Appalachian Trail in Maryland is 41.4 miles long. I am right here, Washington Monument Road. Washington Monument State Park, and I've gone 21.1 miles in Maryland so far, so I'm pretty much halfway through. That's pretty cool. This state will be pretty fast. In about 0.1 miles, I'm gonna see the Washington Monument, but it looks like in this park there's little milestones. It says milestones in the life of Washington. So he was born in 1732 in Westmoreland, Colorado, Westmoreland Co, Virginia. Westmoreland Co. Weird. Never seen a city like that. Unless that was Westmoreland County. Maybe that's what it was. This is pretty cool. All these little signs gives you little facts. This is my kind of museum. In 1749, surveyor of Culpeper County, Virginia. And then in 1753 to 58, he was the officer in the French and Indian War. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt in a way. I have to keep walking to find out more information. In 1759, he married Martha Custis, and from 1758 to 74, he was a member of the Virginia House of Burgesses. I'm moving kind of slow today. Today's definitely more difficult than yesterday. In 1774, he was the Virginia delegate to the First Continental Congress, and then the year later, he was appointed the Commander-in-Chief. This is so cool. I think my nephews would love this. Look, and if you get tired or it's raining, you could take a break right there. A year later, he loses New York to the British Declaration signed. He loses New York to the British, and then the Declaration was signed. 1776. All right, a year after that, the British occupy Philadelphia. Winter at Valley Forge. You know, this is really cool, but I will say, I feel like these signs, they're missing some words, so you have to decipher what it means. And I don't remember, I mean, some of the stuff I was taught in 10th grade, I don't remember it. So in 1781, the British surrender at Yorktown, and then 2 years later, the British recognize American independence. Whoa, what? So in 1789, the federal Constitution was ratified, and Washington becomes president. Alright, so the AT goes that way, but I'm going to go see this monument. In 1797, President Washington leaves his presidency, and then 2 years later, he dies at Mount Vernon. Oh, I'm sorry, was it 2? Yeah, 2 years later. Wow, talking about working all the way up till you die. That is not what I'm planning to do. Although, maybe if I'm out here in my young age and not working. Alright, so here's the Washington Monument. Our flag. Volunteer villagers of nearby Boonesboro celebrated their Independence Day, July 4th, 1827, by building and dedicating this first monument to the memory of George Washington. Repaired and altered many times over 100 years by patriotic citizens, it was finally restored to its original design in 1934 and 36 by the Civilian Conservation Corps. This monument, used by the Union Army during the Civil War as a signal station and its surrounding land, was bought by the Washington County Historical Society in 1922 and presented to the state of Maryland for park development in 1934. This massive structure was certified a Maryland Historical Monument in March 1972 and a National Historic Monument in November 1972. Neat. Whoa. That's cool. So this section of the trail actually goes in between two houses. There's one. And there's the other. So right here. I just passed the owner of one of the houses. She didn't tell me which one. But she said, I said, man, you probably meet a lot of people then, don't you? And she's like, yeah. She said, I like it sometimes, but sometimes I don't, because it's just so many people, I guess, passing through her property. But I told her that the lady at the ATC headquarters, is very adamant about, when you get to these sections, make sure to just stay on the trail, because it passes through private property. Don't go on other people's property, which, I already knew that, but some people don't, I guess. So I was trying to assure the lady that we still, there's respectful people out here and we're not trying to ruin your property or anything. And I think she knew that, but I think just over time, when you have so many people passing by your house, I guess it feels like there's no privacy. So she's like, sometimes I can't wait till January where there's no hikers, which is understandable. But this is cool. We get to pass over an interpass. Interstate, whatever it's called. Awesome! Oh, look at that. Someone put a lock up there that says just married. May 28th, 2022. All kinds of locks. Take a little side trail to Annapolis Rocks. It's a 1/4 of a mile, which is longer than I would like, but it's okay. So I'll get my water too. Well, that was a nice little place to eat lunch. It was a good view. I wouldn't say it was like a fantastic view or anything, but I needed a break and I needed to eat lunch, so it was a good spot. And I was sitting with 2 other thru-hikers that I had previously met, so I got to catch up with them. So that was neat. But I'm going to try to find the spring so I can get some more water and then continue my hike. I am at Ines Philip Cowell Memorial Shelter. And Hot Mess ordered some Domino's pizza and they delivered it to the trailhead like 0.2 miles back. So we're gonna have a little snack. Looks good. Maryland started really flat. It was right beside a railroad track. But let me tell you, it is not ending flat. Whew. There's been a lot of hills today. I have less than a mile to the shelter where I'm camping at for the night. And the water source for that shelter is 0.4 miles away. So I decided to fill up on water at this last crossing. So I'll carry water for a mile to the shelter. I figured it was worth it to carry it rather than walk basically another mile, round trip to get water. So that's what I'm doing. But that's cool. A lot of rocks. Huh. I don't know what goes up there. It's blue. Maybe a view. I bet there's a view up there. But that's okay. I don't need to see it. I'm gonna get to the shelter. I'm tired. And I've eaten so many sweets today that I'm kind of looking forward to my dinner of mashed potatoes and pulled pork. Something that's not sweet. I know it's my own fault that I eat those sweets, but well, I just choose to. Finally made it to the side trail to the shelter. Today was a long day. It was tough. It wasn't, the most tough day on trail by any means, but it still was tough. It's 6:45. I started at 8:30, so 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 3:30, 6:30, 10 hours and 15 minutes. I think it's tough because when I hit that 1,000-mile mark, for some reason, I just felt like that was like the halfway point, even though I know it's not. But I know I still have several more miles until the halfway point. And so I've been thinking about that. But, I don't know, just tough. This trail is just tough. Looks like tonight I get to try out a bear cable. That'll be fun. Hey. What?
Welcome to camp.
Why are you guys smiling at
bear
me
cables?
like that?
I don't even have to fight.
Fancy looking one. Oh, I'm not gonna put my tent over here because that is a huge snake. Is it black? Oh, wow.
Oh no, it's good. It's good. It's not bad.
He's just slowly meandering in me. Huge. Your laundry.
Yeah, it's like
I know.
think I'm going to probably stay at Pine Grove.
This morning I said that it was day 89, but I was wrong. Today is day 90. So I hiked 18.9 miles today, and I am staying at Raven Rock Shelter in my tent. There's probably maybe 10, 12 people here, but it's spread out so much that it feels like there's no one here. When I did get here though, I was looking for a place to set up my tent, and I came across this huge black snake, but it was slithering the opposite way that I was going, so hopefully he doesn't come back this way. But if he does, it's just a black snake, and you know, my zippers are closed, so he shouldn't get in my tent. But I don't really like snakes, but again, it's just a black one. But today was tough. Not the toughest that it's been on trail, but after about a week of slack packing, having my full loaded pack, I could feel it. So it was hard. And then the terrain, you know, yesterday Maryland like welcomed us in with a nice welcoming flat land, and then today it's like, you're already in here, and slap you in the face. So it was kind of tough. But I actually leave Maryland tomorrow, and I'll be in Pennsylvania, which I am excited for, and also a little nervous because I've heard that there are a ton of rocks. So much so that Pennsylvania got the nickname Rocksylvania. I have heard that the beginning part of Pennsylvania, the southern part, is not super rocky, but up north it is. So I'm hoping that that's right, and that there's not a whole lot of rocks tomorrow. I had like maybe a half a mile stretch today with just tons and tons of rocks. It was like, wasn't bouldering obviously, but there were a ton of them, and I didn't like it, so it's gonna be tough. But that's okay. That's part of the trail. It's part of the experience. So oh, I got some trail magic today. It was like 1.8 miles from the shelter that I'm staying at, and this guy had some starburst, some fresh blackberries. He cooked up some stir fry. It was like all kinds of different vegetables, but I didn't have any of that. And then he had some homemade cinnamon cake, and I did have some of that. I did not eat healthy at all today, but yeah, so I need to work on that. Other than that, oh, and then I had pizza earlier. Hot Mess had ordered Domino's pizza to one of the trailheads, and so I had a couple slices at the shelter that we were just taking a break at. So overall, good day. I mean, hard, but yeah, it wasn't terrible. So I'm not exactly sure what the plan is for tomorrow. There's a few different options, but I think it really just depends on what time I wake up in the morning. I don't really want to set an alarm because I am tired and I'd love to sleep in, but I'm thinking probably 19 miles, so you know, another long day. I'll probably wake up about 7 o'clock. That's what time I woke up this morning, so it'll probably be the same time, but I don't know. We'll see. I could not sleep, or I could get a really, really good sleep, so we'll see. I'm hoping for a really good sleep. But anyway, that's it. I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.